The Western Rifle Division was a Red Army infantry division that served during the Russian Civil War. The division also served between the Civil War and World War II as the 52nd Rifle Division. After the first formation of the division was promoted to Guard status as the 10th Guards Rifle Division in late December 1941. A second formation of the division fought on for the duration in several fronts. First formation. The Western Division was formed in the summer of 1918 at the initiative of Social Democracy of the Kingdom of Poland and Lithuania and the Polish Socialist Party left. A Polish Communist regiment, the Red Regiment of Revolutionary Warsaw, made up its cadre, and in the beginning it was mostly composed of Polish volunteers. According to its order of battle, each of its brigades consisted of 2 battalions of infantry and 1 battalion of cavalry. It first fought in the southern front against the White Cossacks of Pyotr Krasnov, later against the forces of Anton Denikin and Pyotr Wrangel. During the Polish-Soviet War it was part of the Western Army, and it fought against the Lithuanian and Belarusian self-defense units and later the Polish Army of the newly created Second Polish Republic in the opening phase of the Polish-Soviet War. Spearheading the Russian westward offensive of 1918–1919, it took Wilno in January 1919. It sustained heavy losses during the fights at Baranowickas, against forces of Gen. Stanislaw Zetitsky. Following these losses, in June 1919 the division was heavily reinforced with Russians, Belarusians and Ukrainians and lost its Polish character. It was then renamed as 52nd Rifle Division of the Red Army. Commanders of the division were Commissars Stanislaw Bobinsky and Stefan Bukowski. Much later on, the 52nd Rifle Division took part in the invasion of Poland in 1939 and the Winter War with Finland. At the outbreak of the German invasion in 1941, the 52nd was in the far north near Murmansk. The 25th of June 1941, the 158th and 112th Regiments were transferred by sea to the 14th Rifle Division. Due to its skill in defending vital port of Murmansk, the 52nd Rifle Division became one of the first and few formations raised to Guard status in the Arctic, as the 10th Guards Rifle Division on deck. 26. The division remained in that region until late 1944, when it was transferred to 2nd Belarusian Front and took part in the invasion of Germany. Second formation. A new 52nd Rifle Division formed on March 1, 1942 at Kolomna in the Moscow Military District. The division was completed in about 3 months. It arrived at the front in late July 1942 as part of 30th Army in Kaliningrad Front, just in time to participate in the first RZHEV Sukhoi offensive operation. The 52nd, along with the rest of 30th Army, was transferred to Western Front in August. The division was quickly worn down in these battles over attrition very near the town of RZHEV, but, along with the 2nd and 16th Guards Rifle Divisions, was able to liberate the key village of Polunino and advance 6 kilometers to the outskirts of the town during the following months. After rebuilding, on the last day of 1942 the 52nd began moving south to Southwestern Front. It took part in the Soviet offensive towards Kharkov in early 1943, serving at various times in the 1st Guards Army, the Popov Mobile Group, and the 3rd Tank Army. This effort did not go well for the division, as it was assaulted and partially overrun by German forces. By the end of the winter the 52nd was in 57th Army, the former 3rd Tank Army, where it remained with few exceptions until the end of 1944. From March to July the division was dug in along the line of the Donets River. In August 1943 the division moved with 57th Army to Step Front, coming under command of Col. A. Iowa Maximov on August 12. From the end of September to October 26 it was in reserves at Marefa near Kharkov, an indication of how much damage it had suffered in the pursuit of German forces after the Battle of Kursk, during which time it assisted in the liberation of Kharkov and Krasnograd. At the end of November it joined 64th Rifle Corps. The 52nd entered and helped expand the Soviet Kremenchug and Kropotrovsk bridgehead across the Dnepr River before digging in along the Ingulets River. For the winter, along with its 57th Army, the division was moved to 3rd Ukrainian Front in February 1944, and took part in the successful early stages of the spring offensive to the Dniestr River, before being halted in the first Jassy-Kishinev offensive. In August a new offensive was launched, and the 52nd played a role in the destruction of the German and Romanian forces in this southern sector. After the capture of Belgrade on October 20, due to losses, the division again went into reserves in the town of Ruma, rebuilding to a strength of 6,000 men by the end of December. In January 1945 the 52nd was transferred to 4th Guards Army, and later that same month to 46th Army, which was shifted to 2nd Ukrainian Front in March. In April the division was given part of the credit for the capture of Vienna and got that city's name as an honorific. On the 1st of May 1945 the division was with 18th Guards Rifle Corps, 53rd Army, in 2nd Ukrainian Front, alongside 109th Guards Rifle Division and 317th Rifle Division. It ended the war with Germany fighting near Prague. Along with its army, the division was railed across Siberia to take part in the Soviet invasion of Manchuria. On the 9th of August 1945 the 52nd Rifle Division was with 57th Rifle Corps, 53rd Army, Transbaikal Front. It saw little combat with Japanese forces and ended the war in southern Manchuria. It carried the official title of 52nd Rifle Shumlinskaya Vienna, twice Order of the Red Banner, Order of Suvorov Division. After the war, the division relocated with the 66th Rifle Corps to the Odessa military district at Haivoron. It became the 43rd Rifle Brigade there and disbanded in December 1946. Third formation. In 1955, it was reformed from the 315th Rifle Division at Kerch, part of the Taurik military district. It became the 52nd Motor Rifle Division on the 17th of May 1957.